Welcome, Mr. Blue Mango.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Kind of strange that you're here, since you only have like 1,000 wins, but whatever. It's a special episode, partially.
Special. Yeah.
Yeah. New player perspective, although you're not really a new player. You just don't play the
Nah.
game,
I don't
which is
play it
fine.
very often anymore.
That's fine. Want to begin with your lore? How you found Minecraft and Hypixel?
Well, kind of began in probably late to mid 2020 where I got Minecraft originally for my computer. I kind of for the first time I saw Hypixel, it was through a YouTuber named Fizzy. That's how I noticed the server at first, and I was like, you know what, this it's interesting. Maybe I can join the game, get the game, or first get the game, and then join the server and see how good it is. And I actually did enjoy it. I played Bed Wars more than anything.
What was appealing about Hypixel to you initially?
It seemed really fun. You get
Yeah, but
to
why?
see new people. Why? You get to see new people. You get to have fun. There's so much you could do because there's like freedom. You could play any mini game that you want. And most of all, the one thing that really interested me more than anything was PvP.
Was it just general PvP or something specific?
Just general. In general, just PvP.
Are you competitive? Or did it just seem fun?
I can get pretty competitive,
Mm-hmm.
but it really depends on how it is. If someone's doing like a 1v1 between me, then I'll be more playful and not really competitive. But if we're in like a group game, kind of like a 4v4 in Bed Wars, then I would be a little more competitive.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. So you join Hypixel and you just play Bed Wars.
Um, I played for the first couple months. That's all I've been doing. When I first got into the server, I was just playing pure Bed Wars. And then around 2021 is when I started to realize, the duels. I started to know what duels actually was. And I'm pretty sure the first game mode I played for duels was OP duels. I got into that PvP. I was pretty good at it, but then I kind of transitioned over from OP duels straight to classic, which is maybe because I wanted a little more less stuff in the way, and I just wanted pure and not just certain not like speed or anything like that, just 1v1ing.
Yeah, you want a raw PvP. Any other reason?
Um, that's kind of all the reason that I have so far.
So it's just more raw.
Yeah, just raw PvP.
What do you think about sumo?
Sumo, I actually did get myself into sumo at one point. I kind of play it from time to time, not really much that I do with sumo. I do like sumo in one way because it's just you're kind of learning more on how the control of aim, but also like the control of the CPS as well. It's that way, you don't, accidentally stop hitting and then you get comboed and then you fall off. Yeah, it's a good practice. I use sumo more for, practicing CPS control. That way I can continue to hit and not stop unless, the person is actually, lost the game.
Of course. And is this for classic or for something else like Bed Wars?
Um, I think those are probably the only game modes. I did also play Skywars. Skywars Duels. I got myself into that game pretty often. I was going to get into, higher titles, just for the fun of it,
Hmm.
but I never had the time to come around and actually, get higher than iron,
Hmm.
which I think the highest I got in Skywars Duels was, I think it's just gold.
Hmm. Makes sense. And whenever you play Bed Wars, is it solo or with friends?
It's mostly with friends. I remember winning my first game of Bed Wars solo. That was fun. Um, that's when I didn't know so much about PvP until maybe because we're talking late 2020 when I won my first game of Bed Wars. It was for me it was like an achievement that I've reached. Something that even today I wouldn't probably ever win another solo game of Bed Wars.
Really?
Yeah, it's right now it's way too competitive, and there's a lot more sweaty people now than there was back then.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty valid. I mean, it's just a matter of time before you win a solo game. If you just sit there brute
Yeah,
forcing the queue.
it's more how can we say it's more
RNG. Depends on who you
I'm sorry.
queue.
Yeah,
It's more luck based.
it's really freaky now because you can't really see the players anymore. You can't really tell who's what level because Hypixel already made everyone anonymous when you're joining in the game.
Hmm. Do you have any goals for Bed Wars?
Um, I don't have much of a goal for Bed Wars other than having fun with my friends. That's
Hmm.
the only goal I'll have for Bed Wars is just, if I'm bored and I have a group, um, if like a friend group going on, then maybe some Bed Wars would be something that we would, just enjoy
Of
just for
course.
the fun.
That's pretty valid. It's better than going for wins or stars.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the Duels leaderboards in terms of wins? Like, whenever you see someone like
Uh,
me with 400,000 plus wins, how do you feel? Or what do
so
you think?
I think, it's pretty well deserved. I mean, firstly, there's people that, they go for it. They want to reach that leaderboard. They want to reach the leaderboard, or they just, they want to see how far they can get. And it's all just dedication and, hard
Ultimate.
work mostly. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I feel like, I just feel congratulated that they made it that far.
So, it's mostly positive. You don't
Yeah,
think they're like
mostly
wasting their
positive.
life?
Nah, I mean, there's many motives for people to wanting to do that, wanted to go that far. Um, at one point, I wanted to go that far, but because of my time and efforts into the game, I kind of slowly started to lose my skills on PvP, mostly because I mean I don't know specifically how or when I started to lose the momentum for PvP. It just kind of happened.
Hmm. Makes sense. Don't you find it insane that one person has like 400,000 plus wins in a single mode?
I find that pretty insane, but in a good way. Like an insane like, he
Hmm.
he made it.
Yeah, usually most semi new people are against it. Like if someone has 100,000 plus wins, they're seen as a no life or an incel.
Yes, because most people right now they either by jealousy or they just think they think negatively about other people, and I'm not really that way. I don't think negatively for anyone. I mean, if you want to go far to go for 100,000 wins, go for it. I mean, no one's gonna stop you, and if you want to go, if you want to go that far or even farther than that, I just all I can say is that I'll support you for it.
So you see it as a valid hobby.
A valid hobby.
Hmm.
There's people that love it as a hobby, and I respect it. Minecraft can be pretty fun. especially if you want to play it every day. I mean, I don't see any issue on that. But if for like every year, every day type hobby, maybe it can get a little excessive. But if you're wanting to play, a couple rounds or even get a certain amount of wins in a duels, then you can go for it, and it could be a pretty valid hobby.
How do you feel knowing that the guy below me skipped school just to play sumo?
Ooh, okay. To skip school for sumo. Oh yeah, no, that's a different thing there.
Yeah, it's too far for you. Is how it's impacting
I
the real
mean,
world?
if you're that, I do draw a line there. If you're skipping, certain things like school, work, or you have an appointment and you skip it just to play Minecraft, and not looking, not giving importance to real life things, then that's when I kind of draw the line. It's like, hey, look, there's a whole world out here. I mean, Minecraft can't just be all of your life, right? You don't want to make Minecraft completely your life. I can understand if you're trying to be competitive and try to get a certain amount of wins for something, but it's also important that you also want to you want your life to also be separated from it as well. Your gaming life and also your real life.
So you're saying it should just be a side thing, not your main thing
Yeah,
in life?
yeah. It should be a side thing. If it's something that's gonna make you money, then maybe, and maybe we'll respect the decision. But if it's something that is just for you to enjoy, but you're not really gonna gain something in return, then I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be worth.
Fair enough. What do you think about the Duels titles?
Ooh, the duels titles. I mean, each and every individual player has at least one title that they achieved for, you know,
Playing the
being
game?
beating the game, yeah. And I think I like it mostly because you can show that you've achieved something. You've made it this amount, you've done this amount of wins, or you've killed this amount of players. Everyone has achieved at least one title. And for the new players, I mean the new players, not like the alts, you know, if they try, they'll definitely make it that far. They can definitely make it as far as they want. There's no limit.
Well, technically the limit is 590k, because that's the max title. Ascended L. But yeah, I get your point. So compared to Bed Wars, which uses stars, which one would you prefer as a
I
leveling
would
system?
prefer the duels system for titles. Mostly because it has an actual, it has a better ranking system compared to the stars. Yeah, the stars, it doesn't really, it can show you how many stars you've earned because of how many games you've played and how many games you've won. But compared to the duels, it is also based on the wins of the duels, but it can also depend on the kills you've done.
So you prefer the Duels one because it's more diverse?
Yeah, it's more diverse, yeah.
What do you think about the cosmetics?
Cosmetics, they're pretty cool. I have myself some cosmetics as well. I mean, I do it mostly cuz, I have tokens that I don't, spend, so I just want to spend it on some random things and, make my character look a little bit different from time to time.
What do you think about title cosmetics? Like the little prefix icons?
Those are pretty new. I'm pretty sure they've made some new icons for the titles, which is kind of cool. They're making some more stuff and more accessible for the regular player, which I find nice. I find it pretty cool. It really depends on if people even want to use it or even want to look at it.
What do you think about the color of the titles?
I've seen that the colors have been widely a little limited. I'll tell you that. I don't know if they have resetted it or they have done something different in order to obtain it. I haven't really kind of gotten, I haven't taken a look of it ever since they changed the GUI for the cosmetics and everything else.
They kind of just reversed it.
Yeah, so it's just like
it's back to normal.
Yeah, if I'm not very familiarized with the new system that Hypixel put in place.
Yeah, it's a little complex at first because to equip your title, you have to click like 4 different things. But what do you think about the OG titles?
OG titles?
Yeah, like the colors of them, like Legend being dark red, Grandmaster being yellow.
They're definitely doing different things, that's for sure. I mean, even some colored titles have like, different colors like in the middle or everywhere else. It's kind of like
like the gradients.
At least they're definitely doing a lot different stuff. They're definitely testing a lot more stuff now. They're trying to take a step further and actually come up with ideas in order to make it look a lot more cooler or a lot more appealing and more rewarding for the actual player that received it. All right.
When did you begin lobby sitting?
Ooh, that's a pretty good question. I think I began lobby sitting between like maybe a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks before the lobby changed to the lobby that we have now. Because I remember I don't even know if it's the original lobby for Duels. It was the blue and red. I remember that. I think I began, lobby sitting throughout that time before they changed it, and everyone had to get used to it. And that's kind of when it started.
And why did you lobby sit initially?
Like, why did I do it?
Yeah.
Because I figured out that was the way that I would, meet new people, see who's nice. Yeah. Try to interact with other players. I mean, I was also curious. I was like, what happens if we just sit here and maybe someone is going to say hi, or maybe I say hi back to them. Something like that.
So it's just a social aspect?
Yeah. I got my fair share of people attacking me throughout the lobby. Also, this was in a period that, where glitches were also a thing.
I mean, they've always been a thing?
Yeah. I mean, it was probably when we got to the new lobby, which is our current, that's when I actually, I take that back. I did know one glitch, but yeah, it was probably not really the best glitch that I've seen before they changed it. I think it was when you got like thrown into the lobby. I think I used to go through the edges of the map and see if I could get thrown into one of the statues that the Duels lobby had.
Interesting. Why were you hated?
Mostly, I was not doing anything. I was just being attacked. I don't know. Most players now, they just attack you for absolutely no reason. So I would attack them back. And if I lost, I would go back and try again. And I would keep doing that until I managed to kill him.
And they would cry about it in chat?
Yeah, they would most certainly do that. They would either say, "Man, this guy is bad," or something like that. And because of that toxicity, it I still continued. I started to improve. I wanted to improve, and so I did.
Makes sense. I do believe you quit for a while from lobby sitting.
Yes. Yes, I did. I started to quit lobby sitting at certain times of each year. This year I quit for a few months, or yeah, maybe like a month,
Not too
because
bad.
I was kind of I had my own thing going on, and I had no time to waste time at lobby sitting for any amount of time during that month. So but it's also like lobby sitting is almost like an addiction now to me, because it's like when I'm bored and I just want to listen to some music, I would just kind of lobby sit and then just chill out and see my friends or whatever.
That's pretty much me. But just
Yeah.
replace the friend pal with rage baiting. Talk about the community, quote unquote community. I always see the same people in the pit.
Yeah, I mean, I see most of the time that I join that lobby, I just recognize everybody. I know who's who. I know who killed me last time, and I try to kill them back. I know there's a lot of people that I know in that lobby that I just recognize them just by the skin.
Impressive.
Sometimes I even sometimes I mistaken one guy to another sometimes, but most of the time I just recognize them through their skin.
And do you talk to the other people? You like in a
I do
Discord?
sometimes.
Or is it
On
just
a
DMs
Discord?
only?
Only rarely. Rarely, mostly because I don't have like a, you know, like an actual certain connection between each player or players that I'm most social with. There is I do go in a guild Discord, but that guild Discord can be pretty toxic sometimes, and that's why I don't like to chat in it.
What are they toxic about?
They usually just mess around with each other, or they get someone else mad for random reasons, or tell them that they're bad at the game for dying to them. Just the regular, just kind of how lobbies are as well.
That's pretty funny. But for the wrong reasons. There's a lot of e-dating going on in the pit.
You said what?
I'm sure e-dating. I'm sure you've noticed.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed a lot.
What do you think about that?
It's all I can say. It's there. It's on them. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people really disagree on e-dating, and I understand their point of view because it's cringy or it's disturbing to see, or even them chatting in the public chat and not private chat on their whatevers. I can understand that part, but that if for people that are doing it just to chill out, actual people that are dating, then I just consider it fine as long as they're not chatting weird things in the public chat. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Want to talk about the glitches?
The glitches. So that's definitely my favorite part because that's how because I remember a lot. I was even when I was playing Duels today, I was kind of reminding myself like, I remember the glitches, especially on the before Hypixel patched mostly all of them. I remember, being able to fly in the lobby. I remember everyone used to fly in the lobby, and I actually still, even though it's patched, I still remember how to do it. but it's just not, you're not able to do it even if you wanted to, because they've patched the gestures.
Mhm.
You can't, activate gestures inside the pit because the pit's activation border is kind of strict now compared to last time.
Mhm.
Especially the suits. I remember I used to use speed. I used to fly, and I also used gadgets. And the one thing I regret is I wish I used the latte uh, gadget before they patched it. I only had 1 day to try, and then they patched it.
Unlucky. I actually made videos on those glitches back in the day.
Uh,
I'm sure
you
you'll
you used
feel.
to make?
Oh yeah, it's just some
Oh
random
yes,
shitpost clip, I guess. I'm sure you'll
fair.
feel nostalgic from
Oh yeah, I would definitely feel
one of these.
nostalgic. Oh, I remember that. Oh yeah,
It was actually so much fun.
that's insane.
Everyone would chill out in the corner.
Yeah, I remember that. That brings me back. So that brings me way back. Oh boy.
Hmm. I mean, you can still do it nowadays, but it's kind of cursed because you have to hide all the players. Plus, you need the carpet
Oh yeah,
gadget. It's not the same.
yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, the flying glitch as well. Yeah, that's. Oh, I remember that so bad.
It was so fun.
It was the best thing you could do. I remember I used to troll a lot of people with the flying glitch. I think there was also the one glitch which was super super OP. Like no one would be able to get you unless they did the counter glitch for it. But you would be able to fly and invis at the exact
Oh
same
yeah, I
time.
remember that.
Oh, dude, that was so OP. No one would get you. You're almost invincible.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that one. I used that a couple times.
You can still go invis, but they kind of ruined the status
It's
thing. It's not the
yeah,
same.
it really isn't the same
It's like
anymore.
fake invis. What do you think about the sharpness 5 glitch?
The sharpness 5 glitch.
Hmm.
It was that one's pretty OP too. I've tried to use it. I used it before.
Hmm.
Um, but it's I think you could still do it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I have a clip of it.
It's nice, but it's once you get killed, you have to do the entire thing all over again,
Yeah, takes a bit of effort.
which kind of sucks.
Well, we can talk about YouTube. So you almost have 500 videos. So surely you must
Yeah.
have some sort of a goal.
I do have a goal. I mean, basically my only goal when I started YouTube, I thought, well, when I was little, I thought, hey, let's see if we can get a million subscribers or whatever. That was the shorter term of it.
Hmm.
But the long term, I think it was mostly I wanted to see myself grow up from the time I began the channel to whenever I feel like I can't really create videos as I used to, or until I want to retire.
Hmm.
That was my biggest goal, is just to see myself grow up creating videos and see myself improve.
Like a little evolution, all documented.
Basically. Yeah, just like that.
And are you doing YouTube for fun?
Um, I do YouTube for fun mostly. I haven't really got back into it mostly because real life things. It just kind of
Of course.
gets in my way. Yeah, so it's just never get time. But also the editing takes 10 years just for one
Mhm.
video, which kind of puts me in a place where I'm like, do I really want to do this? Um, but at the same time, it's like I want to do it just to make everyone that sees the content smile,
Mhm.
and just to entertain the viewers that see the content.
And you don't care about making money from it?
Even if I try to make money off of it, it would be pretty unstable income, because usually how the YouTube algorithm is, it could completely sidetrack you from one video.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like depending on what you upload, because most of how YouTube works now is that you need a certain video, like a certain topic, in order for it to blow up big.
Mm-hmm.
Or you got to follow how the algorithm wants you to do it. And it's not, YouTube can't be fun anymore, because everything, even if you wanted to make the most randomest videos, I'm not saying that random videos can't get views. There's people that have done random things and they get pretty good views. But it's really a hit or miss.
What about YouTube as a part-time job?
As a part-time job,
Mm-hmm.
now that I can agree on. A part-time job, YouTube can be a part-time job, but the way that I recommend people to do if they want to earn money on the internet is have a second backup, just in case, whatever it is. Like, it could be a secondary channel that you can do whatever you want on it. You can earn money on the two channels. So if something happens to one, you have the other. Or you could make an online shop with the products that you want to create, and you can make income through that. It's a good way to, you have part-time for YouTube, but you also have part-time for, your creations or other creations that you want to sell, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or a business on the side.
Do you think Minecraft is saturated for content creation?
It can be pretty, you could definitely make a lot of content with Minecraft. There's a lot of topics you can do, especially with Minecraft being updated. You can make videos on that. New mods that come out. There's a lot that you can do with Minecraft. And with other YouTubers, making challenges in each of their worlds, and they have a goal for a certain thing. People
Mhm.
have made millions of views doing that.
Hmm.
Just on making their ordinary world more challenging. And if you ask me, it's pretty entertaining. But most of those are only on shorts, which kind of, how can we say, which kind of, I'm a little on the shorts. I'm more of a I'm more of a long form video guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Giving
to
it
see
slop.
content. Yeah, it's just, I like long form videos. Even if making like a world more challenging through a long form video would definitely be a lot more. It's a lot of editing that you got to do, but it will be more entertaining to see,
Mm-hmm.
because you get to see it more than just a 60-second video.
Yeah, of course. Is that it for YouTube?
So far, yeah, that's all that for YouTube.
Okay. Well, it was a good chat. 40 minutes. Thanks for joining.
That's pretty good. No problem,
Mr.
man.
Mango.